You are not familiar with Interline or how airport slots are managed. You don't know why airlines have various codes or what purpose they serve. And you are still wondering what the role of the BSP is. With its solid background in the air transportation industry, APG presents to you APG Academy. APG Academy is a set of clear and concise online courses that enable professionals in the industry to have the right tools and best practices. The airlines have understood since the beginning of air transport the interest of the interline. It enables them to expand their range of destinations even if they do not operate the flights made by their partners. As a result, this leads to the creation of additional revenue originating in countries where the operating airline is not present. It is also a diverse range of courses constantly updated to adapt to the evolution of the industry. APG Academy offers courses that are adapted to each individual person's needs and agendas, with courses that range from 25 to 45 minutes, available in French and English, designed for managers or executives. Course prices range from €29 to €99, with many available payment methods. APG Academy, your training partner in the fields of airline sales and distribution.
Training is a critical element in an airline's operations, and we are trying to find ways to minimally disrupt the day-to-day operations by offering training that is accessible, that is flexible. And allow me to welcome Olivia, because she's about to show us what trainings they are going to offer, why these trainings are very important to us for this industry, and how we'll be able to do it with AFRA. Thank you so much. Olivia, over to you.
Thank you, DC. Let me share my screen. Okay. Right, so you all see my screen, I believe. Well, first, so we're going to talk, before I present APG Academy, we're going to talk about the evolving staff demands and the trends in aviation training, and why it is important to understand this before going through a solution that is APG Academy. So first is a quick overview of what we'll be covering today. We will start with the context and a strategic foundation, setting the scene for why workforce evolution and training are so critical today. Next, we will explore the industry changes and the training trends. And finally, I will introduce you APG Academy and show how we can be a strategic training partner for your airline and for the industry globally. So before we dive into the training trends, it is really important to understand the nature of the aviation industry. As you know, the industry is very complex and very regulated. And this impacts directly the way we train our staff. There are few key things that make aviation unique, but also a bit challenging. We are going to look at 8 main points that really shape how the industry works and what that means for training. Aviation is a global industry. Everything is connected across countries, time zones, and regulations. Airlines don't work alone. They rely on many partners that are airports, travel agency, GDS providers, airline manufacturers, air traffic controllers, governments. And if something goes wrong in one place, like it's often the case, for example, in France, when we do have a strike, it can impact flights and operation worldwide. So it's really important to understand this global ecosystem where all partners need to stay coordinated to keep things running smoothly. Then, the capital intensity of aviation is extremely high. Buying a single new aircraft can cost anywhere between $50 to $300 million, which is really expensive. Beyond that, airlines invest heavily in maintenance facilities, training simulators, IT system, and distribution systems. These long-term investment carry significant financial risk and demand careful planning and forecasting. As you know, aviation is one of the industry that is the most regulated in the world, and for good reason. Every operation must comply with the International Civil Aviation Organization and IATA rules internationally, but also with all local regulations. They also have to be compliant with safety audits, licensing, but also labor laws. A small non-compliance can lead to grounding of aircraft, suspension of routes, or loss of certification. That's why staff must be trained and retrained regularly, not only on how things are done, but why they are done that way. Then we talk about safety, absolute safety. We all know that safety is non-negotiable in our industry. There is no shortcuts or approximation. Every procedure, checklist, and system is designed to protect lives, so we have absolutely no choice. And this absolute safety influences everything: maintenance cycle, crew training, route planning, fuel management, passenger handling. And this focus on safety must be balanced with cost efficiency and commercial pressure, a major leadership challenge that is for our industry. Then we have the competition. The airline industry is extremely competitive and often has a low margin profit for the airline. So airline competes on what? They compete on price, service quality, flight schedule, distribution channels. Meanwhile, costs are rising, fuel, airport tax, pressure from the environmental. As a result, company must optimize every decision they make, from route planning to staff allocation, to remain viable. That's why training is also important to understand all these measurements. Then it's a universal operational and commercial practice. Despite the cultural differences and regulation differences, aviation has adopted a global standard. We all use the IATA codes in our booking system, the standard procedure for ticketing and boarding, and also distribution via the GDS through BSP or ARC. This universal practice allows an airline, for example, in Nigeria, to issue a ticket that is accepted in Japan, flown by a European carrier, and distributed by the US channel. So that's the magic of our industry, is to be able to be worldwide for everyone. The aviation is a growing market. Despite all the challenges, aviation is growing. Passenger numbers are expected to double in the next 20 years, especially in the emerging markets in Africa and in Asia. This growth brings opportunity, but also pressures on hiring more staff, opening more routes, modernizing infrastructures, and improving digital capability. And finally, there's what we call the unwritten rules in aviation that brings commercial dynamics that are not always taught in traditional training. For example, understanding interline agreements, how the yield management team decided fares, how BSP and ARC influence cash, why route profitability depends not only on passenger, but on distribution cost and partnerships. Without understanding this hidden mechanism, staff might take operational decisions without realizing the commercial impact on the industry. So when we say aviation is a complex and regulated industry, it's not just a label, it's a reality that requires constant coordination, strategic thinking, and above all, a well-trained, commercially aware teams. That's where training becomes more than a support function, it becomes strategic foundation for long-term success. Let's now focus on the core message. Understanding commercialization is essential for airline success. Even the best run airline with perfect safety records and on-time performance can fail if it doesn't master the commercial part of the business. So why commercialization matters? Commercialization is how an airline makes money. So if the airline isn't pricing the seats correctly, choosing the right route, using the right partner, then it could be flying full planes and still losing money. So that's why all those key factors that I will present now are essential in the training. First, the network design. Choosing where to fly and how often it is critical. Routes must match demand, aircraft range, and profitability. Flying a big plane to a small route every day is wasteful, but flying too little on a popular route means you miss revenue. Network planning aligns with fleet size, crew scheduling, and slot availability. Then we have the distribution strategy. Which channel an airline should select? How do we sell those seats? Are we going through the GDS? Are we doing direct sales through the airline website? Are we using the NDC platform or travel agency and OTAs? The right mix depends on your target market, your budget, and your technology. Some channels cost more, but they bring more visibility, other are cheaper, but reach fewer customers. So it's really important to choose the right distribution channel. Then we have the revenue management, which is one important key in the industry. As you know, not every seat are sold at the same price. Revenue management use data to decide what price to offer to whom and when. It's about maximizing the money earned from each flight. Without smart revenue management, airlines leave money on the table. Then we have another key is alliance and partnerships. Airlines can be everywhere. That's why they partner with other airlines. Through interline code shares, airlines can expand their network without flying the routes themselves. These partnerships improve reach and reduce cost, but they require strong commercial agreement and technical coordination. And finally, the business model selection. Are you a low-cost carrier focusing on price and volume? Are you a full-service airline offering premium experience and connection? Or are you an hybrid model combining both? And the wrong model for the wrong market can be fatal for an airline. So that's why it's also important to choose the right approach. These principles aren't just for executives. Everyone in the company, from sales to cargo to operations, must understand how their decision impact revenue on an airline. For example, a sales agent needs to know why a flight is priced a certain way. A route manager should know the impact of schedule change on connection. This is why training is in commercial logic is so important. Slide, sorry. There. Okay. So training, if we look at it, is often seen as a support activity, but in reality, it's a strategic tool that directly impacts performance. First, it creates strategic alignment. When employees understand the company's goals, they make better, more consistent decisions across all departments. It also provides a commercial context. It's not just about how to do a task, but why it matters and how it affects revenue, cost, or customers' experience. Finally, training empowers teams to be proactive. In a fast-changing industry like aviation, that agility is essential. So training is not a cost. It's an investment that turns people into strategic contributors, not just task performers. Do you have any question?
Yes, no questions up until this point. In case someone has a question, please feel free to put it on the Q&A tab, or you can raise your hand.
Okay, so we're just gonna move to the second part of this session, which is the industry changes and training trends. Before I go through my slide, we're gonna do a short poll on what was the last training you did, just to have a clear idea on how is it evolving. Are you so you can select A, was it on a classroom in-person training? Was it B, e-learning online module? Or C, like a webinar like we're doing today?
Thank you so much. We'll keep the poll running for the next 40 seconds. Okay. How was the last training you did? Was it classroom? Was it e-learning or virtual? Okay, I can see Tieno has said A, meaning that was classroom. Okay, and we're going to end the poll right now. Yes, Olivia, the results are most of the participants, or rather 46% of the participants do classroom training. Then we have virtual classroom/webinars taking the second. Then e-learning, that is 24%. Over to you.
Okay. Okay, so we're gonna look at those solutions in a few minutes, but it is really important before we look at what are the training trends to see how the evolution of the workforce, because the generations are changing and the way we train is also changed, and we need to adapt to this new generation. So just back to the presentation. The workforce evolution in the aviation industry. If we look at it, we are facing some challenges and opportunity. And the first one is the generational shifts. We're seeing a major generational change in the workplace. New employees, especially from Generation Z and millennials, are joining with different values and expectation. They care about purpose-driven work, work-life balance, and transparency. They also communicate differently, more informal, faster, and mostly through digital platforms. To engage and retain them, we need to rethink how to train, how to manage, and how to motivate. Then we have the digital expectation. Those younger generations are digital natives. They grew up with smartphone, apps, and instant information. So they expect training to be digital, mobile friendly, and intuitive. I think we are going, even though you still had a lot of in-classroom, in-person training, but more and more, I think it will disappear as the younger generation are taking over the market. If learning tools feel slow or old-fashioned, we will lose their attention. That's why mobile platforms, interactive models, and video-based learning are becoming essential to our industry. There's another challenge that is the retirement and the loss of the knowledge. We are seeing a wave of retirements, especially in the technical and operational roles. This leads to a critical loss of expertise, not just technical skills, but also decision-making experience and crisis handling. If we don't capture and transfer this knowledge, it will disappear. So training today must also act as a bridge between those generations. And then demand for continuous and flexible learning. Finally, the modern aviation professional doesn't want training just at the start of the job. They want ongoing development available on demand. That includes micro-learning with short and focused lesson. They also want flexible access from any device and content they can revisit when they need it. This shift means we must move from one-time training to continuous learning systems. Now, if we look at the key trends in aviation trainings, it's changing fast, and for good reason. People learn differently today, and the industry is also moving quickly. The digital learning training is going online. Staff want to learn, like I said just before, they want to learn on their phones, on their own time, not just in classroom. Online platform makes this possible, giving access to course anywhere and anytime. Then we have immersive tools. We are seeing more and more virtual reality and augmented reality to simulate a real situation. This is more to focus on emergencies or aircraft handlings. This makes the learning more realistic and engaging. Then we have the personalized learning. Not everyone needs the same training at the same time. Smart system now adjust the content to each learner. So people only study what they really need based on their job and experience. And this can happen specifically with the artificial intelligence mainly. And then we can focus on skills. It's not about how many hours you train anymore. It's about what you can do. The goal is to build real practical skills that you can use on the job right away. So training today is more flexible, modern, and useful. It helps teams to stay ready, confident, and efficient. Okay, so this is another poll. What is, according to you, the biggest challenge for an airline in training? I mean, what is the most critical challenge for HR in airline and training? So you have the answer A, keeping training aligned with fast-changing regulation, managing high training costs and limited budgets, attracting and retaining qualified instructors, or ensuring training meets operational needs and quality standards, or E, adapting to digital and remote training technology.
Yes, sorry for, we've noticed that C, D, and E look the same.
Oh, yeah.
So in case anyone who has D and E as an answer, we encourage you to put it on the chat box and we will take note of your preference for training. So, oh, and B as well. Yes, thank you so much, Kosi, for noting B, Daniel for noting B. Okay, allow me to just close the poll. We have various participants who are noting B, and that is managing high training costs and limited budgets. Those who are noting D, which is ensuring training meets operational needs and quality standards. We have those who are opting for E, which is adapting to digital and remote training technologies. Yes,
Yes.
we have keeping training aligned with fast changing regulations. If you still have your answers for this, kindly do not hesitate to post it on the chat box. Thank you very much.
And this poll reflects exactly what we actually do face in the industry. That the main reason, the main challenge for an airline to keep the staff trained and training is the cost. The high training cost and the limited budget is one of the key challenges for the airline industry. Airlines are under pressure to reduce training cost, shorten training time, and get the staff back to the operation as fast as they can. But at the same time, they must meet all safety, compliance, and quality standards. That's a very tough balance for the airline today to manage. There's also the high staff turnover that is directly linked as well to the training cost. One major issue is the high rate of the turnover, especially among frontline and operational staff. Hiring and onboarding new people quickly is essential, but it also means training has to be fast, efficient, without sacrificing the quality of the training. Then we have the industry growth versus the training capacity. The industry, like we said, is growing, especially in developing regions, but training capacity is not always keeping up. As new routes open, new aircraft are delivered, the need for trained staff rise, pilots, crew, ground staff, cargo agent, and more. If we go back to the stats that were presented by Mr. Konate, this is exactly what we need in the future, and that's why the training capacity needs to be expanded. Then we have the evolution in the regulations and the safety compliance. Every new employee needs to understand safety protocols, security procedure, and regulatory rules, and that require through an up-to-date training. And finally, the building deep expertise. Some roles are requiring in-depth technological knowledge that takes time to develop, like in the revenue management, the distribution, or the cargo operations. So in short, aviation companies are facing a double challenge: train faster with fewer resources, while still delivering deep, high-quality learning that ensures safety and efficiency. This is exactly where modern training approach can make a real difference. do you have any questions before I move on to the presentation of APG Academy?
Yes, I can see Maureen Mutindi has raised her hand. Maureen, if you have a question, you can just ask. Your audio has been activated. Maureen? Yes, sorry. Maureen, you have a question? Okay, it seems that we are unable to hear Maureen's question. So if she does, she can probably put it on the Q&A tab. Olivia, please proceed.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yes, she does
I
not
could
have a
hear you
question at the
anymore.
moment.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So now let me introduce you APG Academy, but just before I do that, I don't know, maybe probably some of you already know our network, the APG network, our organization. APG network is a global leader in the airline distribution and representation. The network was created in 1991. And we have today over 100 local offices worldwide, representing approximately 170 countries in the world. Our teams are experts in their local markets, which give us a unique ability to support airlines in both commercial and operational areas. APG work with over 200 airline partners, from the national flag carriers to low-cost carrier. Each year, we help generate more than $2 billion in revenue through solutions like cargo and passenger GSSA, BSP and ERC access. We also propose interline e-ticketing solution. And the latest product that we have is the NDC platforms. This deep industry experience is what powers APG Academy. We don't just reach theory, of course, are built on a real-world expertise from teams who work with airlines every day. So whether it's training, distribution, or commercial strategy, APG is more than a service provider. So what makes APG Academy different and why our approach is especially effective for today's aviation professional? First, we are short, productive, and we propose productive sessions. We know that aviation professionals don't always have time. They are busy, often working in shifts across time zones or managing multiple tasks. That's why our courses are designed to be short and focused, typically between 20 to 60 minutes maximum. This session covers exactly what the learner needs, no unnecessary content during our training session, just a clear, practical information they can apply immediately. Example, you need to understand the BSP or NDC quickly. We have a course that explains it clearly in under an hour. Then it's easy learning through an e-learning platform. Our training is delivered through a user-friendly online platform, accessible on device, on any device. So of course it's accessible 24/7. The beauty of it is that you can do your training at your own pace. meaning you want to stop at a moment and restart a moment later, no problem. If you want to start again the course, if you want to take over the same course, there's absolutely no problem with that. So it's just to do for you the training at your own pace, own rhythm, and according to your time you want to allow to the training. So no scheduling headaches, no need to gather a full group, just simple on-demand access to high-quality learning. And then we are practical, an industry-based content. What makes our solution different is that APG Academy is powered by the APG network, which means our content is created by experts who works in the industry every day. It reflects real airline processes, real systems, and a real commercial strategy. That includes current distribution models, interline ticketing practices, revenue strategy, or cargo and operational flows. Every course is built around an actual challenge airline face, making it directly applicable to staff roles in sales, operation, finance, or management. In short, the key benefits of APG Academy are short, impactful courses, 24/7 online access, and real-world airline knowledge. This training is flexible, relevant, and effective. So if we move to the next slide, we're going to take a closer look at what we have in our portfolio available through APG Academy. Our goal is to offer a complete set of courses that cover the core knowledge areas needed in the airline industry, from basic concepts to advanced commercial strategy. We currently offer 12 specialized courses, all delivered online and carefully structured to be time efficient, from 20 to 60 minutes, like I said, affordable with a pricing between 29 euro to 99 euro, and focus on practical skills and concepts that learners can apply immediately in their roles. So before we go into the category, this is the last poll we're going to participate in. Is again, I know the poll was already done by the AFRA, but what are the area of training you are interested in? Are the basics and fundamentals of the airline distribution, operation management, the sales distribution and market development, airline strategy and business models, or safety and regulatory compliance?
Sorry, again, a million apologies. If your answer is E, that is safety and regulatory compliance, yes, like Kabama, you can also put it on the chat box. Yes, yes, Mr. Getani, apologies for that. Yes, you can only select one. So if you have more, please feel free to put on the chat box, and we'll also make sure we read them. So like, for example, Kosi, I see he has said it's BNC for them, that is operations, management, sales, distribution, and markets development. That goes for Duke Mayaka as well. That for Gosbat Muhire from Rwandair, They say E&D, that is safety and regulatory compliance, and airline strategy and business models. This is the same for Mr. Adiron from TAG as well. We also have Goboge, yes, selecting C&D, which is sales, distribution, and market development. Yes, I think at this point, we're just going to close the poll and share the results. And we can also take note of the ones that have been put on the chat box that are multiple.
Okay, so well, that's a good thing that I see that a lot are interested in the safety and regularity compliance. This is something that we are not covering yet, but we are still building the catalog. So that definitely something we will be developing in the coming course. But here, this is what we propose today. On the basics and fundamentals, there are short introductory courses, ideal for the new employees or those transitioning into airline-related roles. Topic includes the airline codes, the traffic rights, the cargo basics, and the airport slot. The goal here is really to build the foundation of the industry understanding. Then we have the operation management. This course covers the key system and process involved in airline distribution and back office functions. Those include the BSP, the money flow, the BSP link, the GDS. These are great for commercial, finance, and the ticketing teams. And then we have the advanced strategy. These are more in-depth modules designed for managers and executives who want to better understand the complex industry dynamics. The interline for executives and managers. We really go into the details of the interlining, the process, the technical part, why it is important for an airline, what are the advantages, for example, of signing an interline agreement with an airline, and how the whole process for getting back the money when we do interline agreement, and the NDC and the yield management. This course helps participants really to make a smarter business decisions and stay ahead of the market trends. So we have those 12 courses today. We are still building new courses, and we are in the process of having more courses in the coming months. And definitely we will work on the safety and the regulations, because we do understand that is what you are looking for today. So when we look at the solution, our solution today, we have the platform. I will give you the link right after this slide. You go online, you create your own your login. You have access to the course. You can pay directly on the platform, either with a credit card or PayPal. But then we can also do contracts depending on the volume of purchase. If we had the case for Air Caraïbes, Tunisair, a long time ago, Aigle Azur, where they bought a volume of course. So we made a contract, and then we were giving access directly to the staff. Each course gives you a certificate, APG and AFRAA certificate when you complete the course successfully at the end. And the courses are, of course, available in French and in English so far on the platform. So you can select the language you want for the course. So here you have the QR code if you want to access the platform. Thanks to the partnership we have with the AFRAA, we are offering a 15% discount by entering the code AFRAA15 on each course that you want until the end of August. We'll see if we'll take it for a longer time. But don't hesitate to log on to our platform, look at the course, if they can complete one of the training that you need in your daily task. And if you have any questions, well, feel free to question me anytime. Well, I hope you enjoyed the session. If you have any questions on APG Academy or the trainings in anyhow, I'll be very happy to answer to all of your questions.
Okay, thank you so much, Olivia. Thank you for that, for taking us through the landscape and the key trends in training as you led us through to the courses that are available with AFRAA-APG Academy partnership. So we had a question on the Q&A from Felix Lombe. Is it possible to have a list of training courses with prizes given by APG Academy? I think this one has been shared.
Yeah, well, I mean, we can, let me, they're right here, and definitely I can send a list if you want. DC, I don't know if I can send you the full list that you want to share afterwards.
Yes, please. We will also put it on the website for them to access.
Yeah.
Okay, so Mr. Lombe, I think this is okay. And we'll also, after this webinar, we are going to share the full list and the links that you can access. Yes, I think there was someone else who had asked a question on the chat box, and that was, okay, I see there's someone who has asked, please confirm if they are training regarding SPA and code sharing. This is from Shoala Jakuch. I hope I've said that correctly.
Well, the code sharing is covered, but it's more the SPA that are covered in the underlining course.
Oh, okay. So they're covered under the interline.
It's really a focus on the underlining and the process and the technical. Then the code share is mentioned and explained, but we don't go into the depths of the code share yet. So that's something that, if it's interested, we can definitely do a sub course about the code sharing.
Okay, thank you for that. Then I see Adele had a question, which was, since these trainings are introductory and regarding the short training time, is there going to be an evaluation at the end, and will certificates be delivered? And he, after your presentation, he noted that this is possible, and he had his answer. So just before we go to the closing,
yeah, just a few words on the course. All the courses are divided in different parts, depending on how the course is built. In between each part of the course, there are some kind of questions to make sure you understand the first part of the course before moving on to the second part. And at the end of the course, you have a final quiz. And if you complete the quiz with, I think we rate the level at 80% good answer, then you get the certification.
Okay, thank you so much. I see Shine Ikiriza is asking, is there any offer on frequent flyer program? I think this is just a rewards, the rewards that normally airlines give, if I'm not wrong. Shine, am I correct in how I'm describing your question? Is it in regards to the rewards? Like, for example, KQ, who have the Asante rewards, the frequent flyer miles. Let me just let me allow Shine to just elaborate on her question. Shine, the audio is activated.
Okay. I'm inquiring, yes, as you had mentioned, the reward program. I don't know if APG offers anything in that regard.
No, we don't have any reward with a frequent flyer or any partnerships yet with. That's something that maybe we can think of, because we have a lot of connections with airlines that maybe we can think of, but right now we don't have any partnerships on that sense.
Okay, thank you for that. I also see Mr. Getani Desta from Eswatini Air has asked, do you offer customized on-site training for interested airlines? This one I can answer also on behalf of APG. As AFRA, yes, we do. And if there are courses in relation to what APG has just presented, we can always liaise with APG in this regard, and we see how best we can offer the trainings on site. Olivia, I don't know if you have anything to add.
Yeah. I mean, that is something we need to look at. I know we did it once in Paris. We did it actually for Tunisair. They have been asked for on-site training, so we were like playing the video and giving comments while playing the video and giving extra information on that sense. But then it needs a logical way of doing it, but there's no problem from our side if we manage to find the best solution for the bus parts.
Thank you so much for that. Also, we have Abraham asking, do you have quality assurance training, especially IATA?
If we have what? Excuse me?
Quality assurance training, especially IATA.
No, we do not.
Yes. Also, we can probably just have Abraham, we can chat with Abraham on the side and just find out if we are able to assist him through the AFRA training programs that we have running. Yes, so we still have more questions streaming in. Mario Joao from TAG is asking, I'm also interested in attending a course on route forecast and airport development. I do not know if this is a course offered by APG through the e-learning platform.
The route forecast, not yet, but we are really looking at what course we can develop next. So if that is something that are part of the things you are interested in, we'll be working on it to create more course.
Okay, thank you so much. As AFRA, we are also taking note of the training requests that you're receiving here, because they are in addition to the training survey highlights we had presented earlier. So we are taking note of the courses you're interested in, and AFRA will definitely get back to you on this. So David Biseruka is asking, please confirm if you can conduct these trainings on site for interested airlines, given that we have our training facilities. And David, I can confirm that we can organize for these trainings in the airline's premises, given they have the adequate facilities. And we can always just get on email and see how best we can work together and see how we can also incorporate the e-learning platform, if need be, on the training requests you might have. So we also have Guabaone, who is asking, what is the difference between interline for managers and interline for executives?
The one for executive is more on the strategy, why it is important, the advantages that gives to an airline to sign interline agreements, and how and why they should sign strategy. That's why the course is shorter than for the interline manager. For the interline manager, we go through the whole process. What do we need the technical parts. We really go into the depths of the interline system.
Okay, thank you so much. Goabaone, I hope that was sufficient. We still have some time and we can take questions. So David is asking, is it possible to pay us a visit and we sign agreements on trainings? David, this is possible. We can always liaise on how we can go about this. This is indeed possible. Any other questions? So, okay, I don't think I see any other questions. So with that, I think we can wrap up, but in case you have a question, you can still ask as we wrap up. Then allow me to just say a quick thank you to everyone who has managed to participate in this this webinar, introducing these courses to you. And also, it has been our pleasure to also highlight the trainings that AFRA offers. And we also offer in-house courses, we offer scheduled courses. And in case you look through the AFRA training calendar and you find that the course you need as an airline is not available, you can always just reach out to AFRA through training@afra.org. For the commercial courses that we've partnered with APG, we've also put this information on the website. We are going to also add a list of the courses that you can access through the APG self-learning program so that this can be easier for you. You can easily do these trainings, access them anytime at your own pace as we move on. And in case you need any further assistance with this, please do not hesitate to contact us. So I have, and with that, I'd like to say, yes, from AFRA, APG have been kind to extend to the participants of this webinar a further discount of 15% for the trainings that participants are going to choose to undertake. The details have been shared, and we will share again with you on email so that you can just reach out for those courses that you've honestly just wanted to have. Like, I know we received a question on BSP training, and I know this is available with APG. So you can always just go to the links and register for those courses, and you'll be able to gain that knowledge you've been wanting or seeking to learn. Yes, so with that, allow me to also just hand over to my colleague Japheth. In the AFRA training department, we normally handle it with, it's me, DC Okaya, together with Japheth Okemwa, and Mr. Gausu Konate, who's the head of the department. So allow me to hand over to Japheth to just do the closing remarks. And with that, we can probably close. In case you have any remarks or any you'd like any questions or clarifications addressed, please do not hesitate to put it on the chat. Thank you. Over to you, Japheth.
Right. Thank you very much, DC, for hosting this and being an excellent MC for this workshop. It's been very, very well facilitated from the beginning, where we had the opening remarks and the presentation of AFRA training capabilities. And thank you, Olivia, for really going into detail and making sure our participants are glued to learn how they will benefit from the e-learning platform that we are partnering with APG today. It is indeed a great pleasure. We do hope that this revolutionizes the way we train with our partners and member airlines. We look forward that these courses that are highly discounted and affordable will be of great benefit to our member airlines. And thank you for extending this discount to our participants of today's workshop. I'm sure it's a big discount and they'll be willing to take it up while it lasts. And then we'll continue as AFRAA really to market this partnership because it's one of a kind for us as we've been pursuing partnerships leading to e-learning as the fast-paced world is evolving towards ease of learning in the aviation sector. Having said that, I wish all of you the very best and thank you for turning up for this workshop. Thank you and bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
APG World Connect open.
APG is a global group based in Paris that offers airlines new revenue opportunities. We have become a key go-to global player, renowned for our reliability, our closeness to our clients, and our ability to meet sales targets. Since its inception in 1991, our network has grown considerably. Today, we have 105 offices on the 6 continents. That means we have in-depth knowledge of local markets, allowing us to represent you in places you have yet to reach and increase your turnover.
100.
This proximity to local markets is one of APG's greatest strengths. More than 200 airlines have put their trust in us. APG has developed innovative, market-driven solutions for passenger and cargo marketing and distribution, such as sales representation, BSP and ARC administrative support, reservations and ticketing, specific training, corporate payment solutions, and much more. Recently, a new generation platform based on NDC technology has been added to our portfolio. Through our own airline, APG Airlines, we enable interline electronic ticketing in all BSPs thanks to the code GP275 with over 120 partner airlines. And because people are at the heart of our values, every year we organise a major international conference on industry issues, APG World Connect. It is always attended by at least 500 professionals, among whom around 100 airline executives. Join APG. We are one of a kind in terms of the range of services we offer to airlines and the size of our network.